Please welcome Ron Perlman.
So, welcome. Ship is low you. So guys, this is a Q&A. If you have questions, feel free to come over here to this microphone. I'm not going to talk a whole lot because, like I said, we're going to try to get him back to his table as quickly as possible because I know some of you still have some business to do, and I'm really speaking fast. I'm sorry. This is your microphone. Come on over. We'll get through as many questions as we can in the short time that we have together. So while you guys are out moving around, I just wanted to stop for a second and say I was raised I was told growing up that when somebody does something you appreciate, you stop and you tell them. And I wanted to say to you, I also grew up with Beauty and the Beast was my introduction to your performances. To me, you know, there's actors, and then there are voice actors, and there are people who work in prosthetics and layers of makeup. And I always have felt like the person that can give you a moving performance without their natural tools is a step above the rest of the actors. So the fact that you have continued, starting with Vincent for me, and going from Hellboy and on, and your voice work, to be able to turn into performances that you have throughout the decades, and touch so many of us with just your voice, or under layers of prosthetics and makeup. I just want to say, I appreciate the work that you have done over the years, so thank you for everything you've done.
I was going to say, what a crock of shit. But I won't say that because we're sure.
That's right. We don't say shit here. Unless we're cussing the Super Bowl. Hi.
Hi, Ron. My name is Jerry.
Hi, Jerry.
I want to second everything that he said as well. Out of anybody that's speaking this weekend, I was most looking forward to this one because I thought you would be the most fun. Couple of questions.
Well, I'm going to surprise you.
What was it like working with Linda Hamilton? And second question is...
Some of the best lips I've ever...
And second question is...
Was that my intro voice? Or inner voice?
What was your favorite producer or director to work with?
I've been very, I mean, this is going to sound like, you know, a real crock of shit, but I've been so lucky with the scope of directors I've worked with, like, all around the world. For a while there, I couldn't get a job in America, so I had a relationship with a French guy and a Mexican guy and an English guy. But, you know, it's just, there's too many to point one particular finger at. And some real artists and some real, the ones that stand out the most are the ones who love movies as much as I do. And I've been really lucky to have rubbed elbows with a lot of those guys.
Awesome, Ron. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you.
Thank you. Hi, what is your name?
Hi, my name is April, and I also grew up, I was a young girl watching Beauty and the Beast, and I was wondering, what was your favorite role to play in all of your years?
Yeah, I can't pick one.
You can't pick one?
I could say, well, my favorite role was Hellboy until I did Name of the Rose. But I did that first, so that can't be right. But then I did Sons of Anarchy, which was my favorite role, but then that's not right. I mean, there's just been, I've been so blessed with, you know, each one of those things that I mentioned would have been fine on their own, but
How did it feel like to be in all of those prosthetics and
I was just happy to be making a living. I didn't care. I didn't care what they had to do to me in order to, like, you know, make me filmable. I didn't know how much of me they needed. I knew they needed to cover me up in order to make me, you know, a sexy romantic. Let's not show any of his face.
I disagree.
There's a lot of room for improvement here.
I disagree, but I did fall in love with your voice, that's for sure, too.
Well, thank you. I can't argue with that.
All right.
The only thing that messed that up was cigars and tequila.
Okay.
I think actually a lot of people think it got better.
Thank you. Hi, step
I
on up.
recommend cigars and tequila for any kids out there.
Inspiring voice actors. Yes. Hello, what is your name?
Hey, good afternoon. My name is Gage Stone. Hey, my uncle's actually Ed Stone. And,
Oh, your uncle is Ed Stone?
Yeah, so,
Wow. Well, that explains everything.
yeah, I'm gonna put you on the spot a little bit because you and Allison were down in Cabo right before Christmas on the 17th.
You were there with
Yep,
Uncle
then him
Ed?
and my dad and I were all supposed to meet up and hang out with you, and you backed out. So my question is, what the hell? You could have worked on your voice with more tequila and cigars.
So why did you back out of your hot date
Well,
with
if you ever met my wife, you'll realize I didn't want to hang out with anybody but her. I love Ed. Don't get me wrong, but you know, it's like, come on. Look at her.
I thought you were looking at it. Yeah, he's not much to look at anymore.
Thank you. Hi, come on up. What's your name?
My name's Brian Kay. It's nice to meet you earlier, and one question that I had, have you played a character long enough that sometimes you tend to lose yourself in the character, like it changes your personality? If you acted that character so long, do you find that you lose yourself and sometimes lose yourself in your characters?
In the very, very beginning, I noticed that sometimes a character would rub off on me in real life. Like, you know, one time I played a character that thought he was the emperor of Assyria. And my family, you know, said, you know, you're not. You're not really an emperor. And we don't take any more shit from you. I got over that pretty quick, because I got the kind of family that just give you a left hook, straighten you right out.
Fair enough. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, come on up. What is your name?
Lost Oil. My question is has there ever been, or do you ever have like a character that you wish you could play, or a role, or a voice for?
I've said this before publicly, and believe it or not, the only role that I'm really dying to play is Tevye in Fiddler on the Roof. And I would like to, if you'd like, I'll audition for you all here. Anybody who
Nailed it. Yes. Right? Hi, come on up. What's your name?
Arnell.
Hey, Arnell, what's your question?
Hello, Ron. Over about 10 years ago, you came to 29 Palms, California. You visited us for a Sons of Anarchy meet and greet on base. And you met us tankers and Navy personnel. We thought it was pretty freaking cool to have Hellboy on our tanks. I also met you last year at the Planet Comic-Con in KC. And I appreciated what you did for those heroes that came, that reported those shooters, those assholes that shot during the parade. You brought them up on stage, and I thought that was a great job that you did. My question is, with all the roles that you've played, is there any character you want to like revisit now?
all of them. Yeah, I feel like when I look back at it, I go, I could have done that a lot better, you know. And I really wish I had a shot at some of them, you know. I know I could have done it better. The good news, there's not a lot of good news. I'm north of 70, in fact, I'm in my mid-70s. And anybody that tells you getting old is fun is bullshit. But there are two good things about getting old. And one of them is you just stop caring what anybody else thinks. To the point where you're able to just be more yourself than you've ever been in your life. You know? I don't think people change. I think people get to be more themselves as they go by. The thing that really makes you into yourself is success. Because you know, you can't afford to be an asshole when you're struggling and obscure and not succeeding. But give somebody a little success and money and power, and they'll go, oh, you were an asshole all along, weren't you? I don't know. How did I even get to this? What the hell was your question?
Would you like to reprise?
All of them.
Good question. I love that the fact that
And by
everybody
the way,
was...
thank you for your service. I had an amazing time that day at at 29 Palms and really realized, you know, the day you're talking about with the KC, those two heroes that brought down the shooters, I don't know how I came to get introduced to them, but what really came out of that day, that conversation, when I got to the honor of being in their presence and introducing them, and then conducting a Q&A like this, in a setting like this, because it was at another Comic-Con, was that I think a lot of us go into acting because we long to be things that we know we'll never be, so we get to be them in make-believe. I'm obsessed with heroism, and when I'm around real heroes, like you know, but like really the guys who put on the uniform and walk the walk and nobody's there to give them an award or, you know, or make them rich or anything like that. That was what I learned that day. It's like, you know, we all as actors really envy guys who, when the shit starts to hit the fan, you don't know what you're going to do. These guys ran toward the melee, not away from it. And they had kids, they had their own kids there. So that was as educational a day for me as it was for them.
Very good, thank you. I love that the people in our audience have like trackers on you apparently, like, we were in Cabo. Like they're tracking your plane or something.
Well, you know I'm on the enemies list, so there's a lot of people in there that are following me. See what my next move is.
Fair enough. Hello, what is your name?
My name is Katie, and my question was, what was your favorite part about voicing the Book of Life? Since I think I like the Book of Life.
Favorite part of voicing in the Book of Life, is that what you said? Okay.
Well, that was just a really cool project and a really cool character. I mean, I was like a real devil, you know, which, you know, like I was just saying, you know, we become actors so that we can play deliciously evil things that we can't get away with in real life. So that character and that piece of material, that movie was so much fun and so full of joy for whoever was going to play that part, which turned out it was me. Let's face it, nobody could have done it better.
Thank you. Hello, what is your name?
Hi, I am Wiley, and
Yes, you are.
yes.
Be the judge of that.
So, unlike everyone else here, I'm a bit of a faker, and this is my first time that I've gotten to meet you. But that being said, you are my personal favorite voice actor, and I skipped Tom Kennedy to come here.
Fair enough.
But my question for you is that in any of the like more sinister, evil roles, is there like do you do anything to like get into the
Like, do you go drown cats in order to get in the right frame of mind or something? Okay. Yeah, I think we understand your question. Yeah.
I used to do that, but it's kind of like that emperor thing, you know, people discouraged me. I'm like, no, I've never cruelty to animals, are you kidding me? You know, the thing that's really, really cool about playing bad guys is that they're always wired so weird. I mean, the reason why they become sociopaths or psychopaths or serial killers, whatever it is because some bad shit happened to them somewhere along the way. And the fun thing about playing them is that's what you immerse yourself in. You try to really, really find the psychology. So you're never judging, but you're almost wanting to do the opposite, which is like, tell me why you are the way you are. You know, you can trust me. You can trust me with all your secrets, no matter how weird and dark they are. And that's what's interesting about playing psychopaths and sociopaths. And that's why I like doing that. You know, I mean, if the guy's wired interestingly enough, that it's fascinating.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Hi, come on up. What is your name?
I'm Rob.
Rob.
I've taken voice acting classes in college, and so I know a lot of the basics, but are there any like specific tips you learned over the years?
Tequila and cigars.
Other than tequila and cigars?
I don't think so, no. I think that's pretty much why I sound the way I sound. So. I mean, look, voice acting is just like any other acting, except you don't, you know, if you're not physically on display. But you have to do the exact same process as you would if you were acting, you know, on camera or on stage. You have to find out who the character is and then become him. And I'm just I love acting so much. I'll do it if it was just the voice, if it's just, you know, a video game, if it's just a cartoon, or if it's a full-blown, you know, on-camera movie or on-stage production or whatever. I love the challenge of it all. I love leaving this realm and you know, dipping into different ones, and I find it to be fun and enriching and a great distraction from some of the shit that we have to go through on a day-by-day basis.
Good question, thank you. Hi, come on up. Hello, what's your name?
My name's Sprite, and I've been watching Hellboy, I guess since I was in elementary school, and I really love the acting you did. So out of the two Hellboy movies, which one was your favorite acting in?
Well, the first one was like a magic act. I mean, I never thought Hellboy 1 would happen because, you know, I wasn't a big movie star. Guillermo was trying to get me to be the star of a possible huge, large, very large budget, big studio comic book franchise. And that's not how it works. You don't take an obscure character actor and give him that kind of a role. You need a movie star. So the fact that he pulled it off, the first one was like this magic environment. The second one was like, wait, the universe is letting us do this again? So it was really, really joyful and trippy for two different reasons. But I appreciated my time on both of them because I knew that, you know, this is like, I wasn't supposed to be that guy. You know, I wasn't Nick Cage, maybe, you know. The Rock, right?
We've seen other Hellboys. We know you were the right one.
He
I'll
wasn't
be honest,
supposed to be that guy either.
you're the best Hellboy that I've ever seen.
Right?
Yeah.
Great question. Hi, come on up.
My name's Kat, and I've been trying to figure out how to word this, but I guess you've done a lot of different acting in films, and I mean you've done live action roles with a lot of CGI going on, like Pacific Rim, and then more recently you've done stuff like Rise of the Beast, where you were playing a CGI character in a still a live action film. And I guess what's kind of your opinion on all that, and did you have a preference?
Well, some of those are just basically, pay the rent and keep the lights on. And you know the difference. I mean, I've done a lot of very, very low budget actors for movies for first time filmmakers where the risk has to be really low in order for it to even get made. So nobody's making any money at all. And I sometimes approach those way more seriously than I would one of these big tentpole studio movies, that's basically not as smart, the material. But like I said before, man, I love to act. So, you give me a gig and I'll find a way to enjoy myself from it.
Good question, thank you. Hi, come on up. What's your name?
Hi, I'm Jacob.
Hey, Jacob.
My question kind of got answered with, was it difficult to transition from like physical acting to voice acting? Do you prefer one or the other?
Not really. I mean, I like cartoons and voice acting because you show up and an hour later you're in the car on your way home. You're not sitting there discussing the character and getting into the psychology and rehearsing for a month or two. You just show up and give a full-blown performance. So you're acting by the seat of your ass, and that really, really falls in line with how I like to do it. I like to just be ready when they say action and give you a full-blown performance, which you're asked to do in cartoons and voice act in video games. You know, there's no time to dilly-dally.
Okay, thank you. Good question, man. Thank you.
See, I answered the same question differently.
That's right.
And I don't know if you realize this, but with my left foot, I was juggling 2 ping pong balls.
I'm here to ask you if you would ever consider playing Goliath from Gargoyles, because you would make oh my gosh, it would be phenomenal. I mean, just.
And I'm here to ask you, how much is the budget?
Large, because it's
I mean,
pretty
if
big
you got a couple million on you right now, I'll play it right here. I'll change clothes right in front of you.
Hi, come on up. What's your name?
My name is Elijah Jackson, and ever since Black Ops 3 has released and I started playing the campaign, then I went straight to multiplayer just to rank up, and now I'm in the adventures of zombies. So, if you don't mind, if I could ask, like, maybe 2 questions.
Yeah, let's get to the first one. What is it?
So, now that you're the greatest game in a release year, or maybe in a present year, are you going to, like, continue into any other zombie adventures in any other Black Ops series later on, or is it permanently over with?
Which project are we
I think
talking
he's
about?
talking about the Black Ops video games, the Call of Duty.
Oh, yeah, no, I think I was one and done for that one, for me.
Yeah.
Which is why when you do it, you gotta eat the whole sandwich, man, you know, and not leave any crumbs, because you never know you're gonna be revisiting it or not.
Very good.
Yeah. And second question, ever since when Black Ops 3 has released, what do you think was the best moment that you ever had to play the character as Floyd Campbell?
His honeymoon.
I don't remember. I just don't remember. I don't. You tell me, well, what do you think the best moment was?
Well, the best moment is that, like, every time your character appears in the first person when I was playing, it's like I could hear your voice, and I was shocked to hear your interactions with the zombies and the Shadow Man himself.
They didn't stand a chance around me, did they?
He's just one creepy tentacle octopus dude.
That's right.
Screw them zombies.
Yeah, good question, bud. Thank you.
Yeah.
Good job.
I just feel like when I got close to them, I just want to punch him in the face just like you did.
Let's give a chance to the guy behind you.
Yeah.
All right, thank
Thank
you.
you. Good questions. Thanks. Come on up. We will get through this line, and then we will have to wrap right up.
We're going to get through this whether we want to or not.
That's right. What is your name?
My name's Ty.
Hey, Ty. What's your question?
Just if I can confess for a second, I'm a huge fan of your voice work in video games, especially. It was a big inspiration for me. I kind of trying to break into voiceover work for games. I just kind of wanted to know.
Cigars and tequila. We've already covered this.
Well, I just want to know, do you have any kind of sage advice, I guess, or words of wisdom for just anyone trying to get into acting, like just as an art, or finding those opportunities out there?
That's exactly, you just said it. You got to find the opportunities to act. And sometimes you're going to be acting in your kitchen for your mother-in-law. Sometimes you're going to be acting in a college play because they need actors to do their thesis project or whatever. And sometimes you're going to find that there's a role in the community theater. A lot of the time it's going to be for no money, but what you're doing is you're learning the craft, and the more the universe sees you do it, the more you see the universe react to you, the more you're building a life doing it. That's it. There's no finish line, there's no end game, there's no goal. It's just a long, arduous process.
It's a journey, not a race.
It's a life. And you know, it starts with you just acting. But wherever you can, however you can, that's what you gotta do. And the rest will hopefully take care of itself.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Hi, come on up.
Hi there. My name's Frank. I'm also another voice actor, and it's awesome to meet you. I've been checking you out since I was young, watching Teen Titans, Slade, Hellboy, all that awesome work. My question kind of falls along the same lines of, as an early actor, I think the thing that really hurts me is keeping motivation when I want to go into do an audition or something like that. So what, in your early time when you were having hard times finding work, kept you motivated to keep going?
The fact that I had no other talents. If I didn't make it as an actor, I would be homeless. There was nothing else I could do. There was nothing else I wanted to do. I had to keep taking what they gave me, no matter how rough it was, no matter how much it hurt, and just figure out a way to come back swinging. And trust me, it's good. Look at any single actor, no matter how famous he is, no matter how rich he is, he's going to tell you he had periods where it was bad. But that's what makes you great, is enduring that stuff and then coming back stronger. That's what makes, I did all my learning when people were punching me in the nose. I never learned anything when I was succeeding in making money. Never learned that. It's too comfortable. All of my growth was during the hard times. During the okay, now what am I going to do? Every single door just closed. Now what am I going to do? Well, I'm going to start kicking down some doors, aren't I?
Excellent. Thank you so very much.
Thank you. It's what it is. It's get the ships to the shore, burn them so you can't go back. You're going to succeed or not right there. Hi.
Hi. My name's Ariel, and I have two quick questions. One, you talked a lot about your passion when it comes to films and TV, but growing up, was there a certain film that inspired you to get into acting?
Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Really?
No, that's fair. And then my second question
You ever
was,
see it?
Yes.
Charles Lawton?
Yes. I've seen multiple iterations of it. But my second question was...
Hey, keep it down back there.
Oh.
There's a lady present.
Oh, thank you. You worked a lot with Guillermo del Toro. Do you have a favorite film or project you've gotten to work with him? Or a favorite moment in that experience?
All of our moments together are just a gift. He's like a 50-some-odd-year-old, 13-year-old with a Mexican accent who's a little overweight, so he likes to eat, drink, and party. And I'm a 74-year-old, 12-year-old who smokes cigars and drinks tequila. And also likes to eat and party. We have a good time.
Good questions. Thank you.
But thank you. I look up to you a lot. So.
Who's doing the panel after this? Because there's a lot of new people coming in the
that's
back.
costume
I'm sorry to
costume.
disappoint you, but whoever it is you've come to see, you're going to have to live with me for another 5 minutes. I would appreciate it if you keep it down.
What is your name?
My name is Angela.
Hi, Angela.
Hand of God.
Yes.
do you know anybody powerful enough to snatch Amazon by their collective throats and punch them in the face to give us a proper ending?
Say that again, yeah, I'm not hearing
Do
you.
you know anybody rich enough or powerful enough to snatch Amazon by their throat and allow us to have a proper ending?
Obviously I don't. Because if I did, you know, you would have that ending. I mean, we were just getting going, and then all of a sudden Amazon said, yeah, I don't think so.
There was no climax, no nothing, it just like,
Yeah. I'll have some more stuff to say about our tech friends who are taking over the movie business in the coming months. Trust me.
All right, this will be our last question of the session. What is your name?
Drew. You two suckers behind him, sorry.
You're gonna have to, you guys are going to have to go to his table to ask your questions. Go ahead.
All right, my question is unrelated to your profession. I was curious, what kind of hobbies or passions do you have that you use to fill your free time?
Not nice.
Smoking cigars. Is this thing on? This is not working. Drinking tequila, and I do love to play golf.
Okay.
I'm a shitty golfer. You know anything about golf? I'm a 22 handicap, and I can't even play with 22 right now. But boy, do I love it out there. Because you know what? There's tequila.
When passions converge, that's the best time.
That's right.
That's it.
All right.
You gotta live your best life while you can, man.
Absolutely. Once again, we are going to wrap this a little early because Ron is here today and today only. So if you've not had a chance to get the photos, the autographs, all of that, we're going to send him back to his table. The questions you guys didn't get to ask, you can ask him there. He'll be there until
Not that I'm going to answer them, but you will. Ask away.
That's right. Before you guys leave, we have a request of all of you. We'd like to get a photo with you for the convention to post on their social media. So if you guys want to come up here, fill in this empty space, we'll